I've been thinking about some of the conversations I've heard, some I've had, emails that I've gotten, things like that, regarding lease purchase programs. So I sat down and I made a list of 6 good reasons that you should consider getting into a lease purchase program. As I've said before many times, these lease purchase programs, whether they're right for you or not right for you, is a decision that only you can make. But here's some things to think about whenever you're looking in and considering doing a lease purchase. One of the benefits of doing a lease purchase is that it allows you the opportunity to more or less get your feet wet if you're new to the industry and you're not really sure if you want to jump in and buy a truck and such. You can kind of get your feet wet and experience the industry. And as long as you're in one of these walkaway leases, you can experience it, make that assessment for yourself, and if it's not right for you, walk away and go do something else. Or, you know, if you want to go ahead and jump in and buy a truck, well, then you have that ability as well. And being able to walk away, it's not going to ding your credit or anything like that, because most of these lease purchase programs do not require credit checks. They don't require down payments. So you're really out nothing but the time that you invest in it. Number two, maybe you want to buy a truck and kind of be independent, more or less, but your current situation with your credit doesn't allow you the ability to get financing. So having a lease purchase will kind of give you a little bit more independence rather than being a company driver, because the downside of being a company driver is if they want that truck to go to Canada, that truck's going to Canada whether you like it or not. If they want you to go to New York City, you're going to go to New York City. Being in a lease purchase program, you have that flexibility to where you can refuse a load. And no, I have no desire to go to New York City or whatever. So, if you're unable to obtain the necessary financing, to maybe you don't have the down payment, but you can't buy a truck right now, lease purchase might be the way for you to go, because in with several programs out there, 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 years at most, and probably about three and a half, you can have the title of that truck. I know that John Christner, they have a lease purchase program, and at the end of I think it's a 3-year lease, and at the end of that term, you pay $1 and you get the title. So, there's different kinds of lease purchase programs out there, and it might be a faster and easier way for you to acquire a truck of your own. Lease purchase programs, for the most part, are easy to get into, and there's no down payment usually. There's no credit checks usually, and if it's not working out for you, well, then you can just walk away. So, that's one more reason that you might want to consider doing a lease purchase. Now, when I say that they're usually walk away, there are some, like I know Ascend has a lease purchase program, and they have both a lease and a lease purchase program. And I believe it is the lease purchase that is not a walk away. It is they have one that is a walk away and one that is not. And I believe the lease is a walk away and the lease purchase is not. So you're committed to them and to that contract for 3 years, like it or not. Um, there are others out there that you can't walk away from, and there are some out there that require a $5,000 or $10,000 down payment. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, Prime has a lease purchase program, and they require a down payment as well. But I could be wrong about that. Um, Another good advantage of having a lease purchase program is you have that flexibility that I mentioned before, but you also have that support system. So if you're not having to work through a load board and find the loads, you have a dispatcher that you build that relationship. And I like to go to these places, and I don't like to go to those places. And so in time, you can build that relationship, and you've got that support system. And also, whenever you break down, you got one number to call, and they'll take care of finding, whether it's roadside assistance, whether it's having to get the hook to come out and get you. Um, you're not in it all by yourself. You you have nationwide buying power. So if you have to buy a set of new steer tires, you're getting that national account pricing rather than you know paying full retail that you quite often would as an independent owner operator. So there's a lot of support systems there when you're working with these bigger carriers in their lease purchase program, and you don't have that support whenever you're on your own. Another good example of a benefit of participating in a lease purchase program with these big carriers is that they have things available for you and your spouse to get health insurance, and so you can get these benefits through these carriers. You can participate in retirement accounts. You can participate in health insurance. You can participate in a number of different benefit packages that they have available. And I mean, you're paying for it, but you're going to be paying more of a group rate going through one of these carriers than you are an individual rate doing it solely on your own. One benefit that I have being a veteran is my health care is taken care of. But you just need to look into what benefits are there for you as a lease purchase operator versus being an independent owner operator. And I'm not saying don't be an independent owner operator, not at all. At the same time, I'm not telling you to go out and jump into a lease purchase. It's a matter of what's right for you and what fits the life that you want to build for you and your family. And only you can make that choice. And take your time, research and investigate these different programs, learn the details, and make your choice accordingly. Be smart, take your time. You guys be safe, and I'll see you down the road. Bye.